the 1930s, the original radio broadcast had radio live broadcasts like The Lone Ranger, Fibber McGee and Molly, and The Shadow Knows. But of all those radio broadcasts, I think the most popular is the one we're talking about today. And of course, we're talking about the one and only Green Hornet, known to the world as the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet is a fictional character, a masked crime fighter created by George Trendle and Fran Stryker, and it made its debut on the radio in 1936 on WXYZ radio, and from there it went on to become a black and white serial, they called it in those days. They called it a serial. This is the actor Gordon Jones who played the original Green Hornet before Van Williams and Bruce Lee version came out. This version came out in 1940, and then in 1960, that's when they had the Bruce Lee version. But this is the original, and they had 13 serials in this series. And I have the entire series at home in my collection. And so at the end of each episode, the Green Hornet was about to be killed, and they would have the actual words going up on the screen saying, "Tune in next week." So that's how they started the original Green Hornet. And there's the sign, and you've got that clip. Let's just show a scene from there real quick. There's the Black Beauty, buzzing at 200 miles an hour.
Never open another one.
Nice pan.
Yeah, right.
You can see how old-fashioned these scenes are here.
That's the car.
There's the Green Hornet, Kato.
He won't escape us tonight.
They must have had a lot of fun doing this, even though they didn't have the technology like we have today.
I would think that they did. Do you know what his mask is made out of?
Well, I don't know about this one here. It just looks really primitive, though, when you look at it.
Definitely.
I just wonder how hot that was on his face.
No nose hole, so he probably...
Looks like a trap.
Yeah.
Too convenient. Lights on, safe open.
Now, you may not recognize Kato. This was Luke Kyle. He went on to play in Kung Fu with David Carradine. He's the old boss. This is him when he was young. You know, the blind boss for David Carradine's character.
That's cool.
That was Luke Kyle as a young man playing the original Kato.
Oh,
and when was this made?
This was in 1940, maybe 1941, something like that.
Yeah, this was 1940.
And there wasn't too many roles for a lot of Asian...
Not in those years there. But Luke Kyle broke through that, and a lot of doors were open for Asian actors because of his portrayal. Now, my final words of this here, the synopsis of this here, the Green Hornet, his alter ego is Brett Reed, who is a wealthy young publisher of the Daily Sentinel newspaper by day. And by night, Brett Reed dons the long green overcoat, the green fedora hat, the green mask of the mysterious Green Hornet, and he's a vigilante, see, that just takes over. And so the police and the public think the Green Hornet is a bad guy when he's really a good guy. So what he does is he uses that perception of him being a bad guy to be able to infiltrate the underworld. And so by the time the Green Hornet was on the Batman television series with Adam West, even Batman and Robin thought they were bad guys. So when they had a clash, it was a difficult clash because the Green Hornet didn't want to hurt Batman.
Yeah, because they're old college friends.
Robin.
They're old buds.
But they didn't want to ruin their image as crime fighters, but they were trying to break through. So they had to fight with Batman and Robin, the police, and the public.
Even though they didn't want to.
Yeah, even though they didn't want to. And of course, the Green Hornet saves the day, but Batman gets the credit for it. So.
Oh.
You're a jerk, Batman.
Yeah.
I did like Green Hornet.